Salutations, steam locomotive enthusiasts. Automatic here for Automatic Games. And tonight I'm going to be playing a little more Railway Empire. Thanks for joining me for this. Last night it was State of Decay, and we'll get back to that. But this one got an update, and I want to see it. So yeah, the update, it's kind of, well, let's think, there's a few parts to it. Yes, on the one hand, they've got like a greater, well, you can change the difficulty now. You can choose a pro difficulty, or, what's the other one? Trainiac, I think, is what they're calling it. And beyond that, there's a map generator, like a randomizer for maps. And so that's kind of neat. I messed with it a little bit, but I didn't play in any of those maps. I just kind of wanted to see what they look like. Finally, there's an entire map of the United States. And that is I think what we're going to do tonight. And maybe for a few nights. It's kind of like the State of Decay place we were doing. We'll just divide these up, but we will work our way through them. And again, I guess on May 12th, well, in about 10 days, I'll be playing State of Decay 2. So at that point, we'll retire State of Decay. And, yeah, we'll kind of be using Railway Empire as filler, I should say. It's also thinner in a way. It dumbs down everything. So I've started a game in the East when we load it up, which I'll do now. That's been cultivated a little bit, but our goal is to get out west, of course. I don't think we'll be able to accomplish that tonight, so for a short-term goal, I'd like to get some serious locomotives out there. The ones you start with, like John Hancock and stuff like that, just doesn't cut it. So get some better locomotives, and perhaps make it to the Mississippi. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But I messed with this before. I didn't do too poorly, to be honest. It does have quite a learning curve to it. I mean, you can micromanage quite a bit. And it's a Calypso game. So, you know, I'm kind of keeping that in the back of my head. These are the fine folks that brought us Tropico, which is such a good game, in my opinion. For a while. And I feel like the last Tropico, well, what are they on, 6 now? I guess 5. Kind of let me down. So we'll load up our USA map. And just get going. Get some people on our trains. Move them to and fro and whatnot. But this is very early in the game, I should say. As you can see, we're starting out east. Washington just grew. And essentially, like, when you play the little scenarios, like, you can play the United States Northeast. It's a slightly larger, slightly more detailed map. This map, I've noticed, is a shrunk-down version. I could really tell when I went and looked at the Grand Canyon. Because in the scenario where you can go out there, I don't know, it's just a lot more detailed than you see here. You actually can't really see the bottom. A good indicator that they just kind of shrunk everything down. Albeit very slightly. It's definitely noticeable. I guess I kind of saw it with Niagara Falls, too. Where would that be? That would be here, would it not? So yeah, there's no waterfall. However, when you're in this area in the Northeast, you can clearly see that it's supposed to be the falls there. Okay, so I guess we'll try to think where I left off with this. I definitely wanted to unite the Northeast. And then I wanted a fragile line down south, a line that I can sever during the Civil War if I have to, or something like that. Suffice to say, being a northern, well, being a Yankee, I don't want to give the South too much infrastructure. Plus, I feel like that might be a little more historically accurate. What the hell's happening with this rail? It's not connected. Well, there's something to do off the bat. And that's a double rail down there. Okay, well, that's fine. Just do one of those deals. And have it connect. That'll work. We'll do the same on the other side. Hey, Cat, how the hell are you? Me, I'm just, I'm back on the train. Being a money-grubbing imperialist. But how have you been today? Anything exciting? Ah, gotcha. Just woke up. Have you had your tea yet? Oh wow, this is bad. This train only goes 2 miles per hour at this juncture. But granted, it's going to have a roller coaster-like aspect to it, so as soon as it gets over this hill, it should speed up quite a bit. But that's pretty bad. And essentially because that's what kind of train this is. A grasshopper. One of the early kinds. I think we were importing them from the UK in pieces and putting them together here. Gary, how the hell are you, man? Yep, it's going to be pure action here tonight. I'm playing Railway Empire. Action, adventure, railroad sim management. Now, New York, see, that's the other thing. I can control the industries in this town. Or several towns. Any of them, I suppose. Unless they're already, you know, well established. Oh, I see. Well, they need certain imports in order to make this all work. What industry do they have already? Meat. Meat's their #1 export. Theoris, how the hell are you, man? Good to see you. And Japik O'Death. Well, all aboard. We're playing with trains tonight. Really rudimentary trains, but trains nonetheless. I mean, it's 1833, you know. Setting up warehouses. I don't need to see about that. So as you can see, they're encouraging me to do kind of miscellaneous little jobs, but I don't get anything out of it on this mode. Not there, anyways. So, let's see. I think I've got wood going to Washington, which it needed. So I just did that. Okay, so I've only got 2 trains out there. I think it's time to set up some commuter trains. But we're going to need some switches to make that work effectively. I haven't screwed with any of the switches because I've only got 2 trains out there. Draco Invictus, how the hell are you, man? You were all hiding over there in Gary's room, yeah? I can tell from the long time no talk. He says that's what I always say to Gary when I'm either still in chat with him or whatever. Okay, I've got a couple lines that I never finished, and I think that's because one of them's going to be southbound, into the deep south. I want the other one, I think, to go out into Tennessee. Get some of that Chattanooga choo-choo effect going on. No, I don't know. At any rate, there's not Indianapolis. Nashville. Well, that'd be quite a haul, and that would be right through, yeah, I don't know, Appalachia or the Blue Ridge Mountains or both, or who knows? Oh, shit. Sardeliac was streaming. See, this is how in the loop I am. Okay, commuter train. Oh, wait. So they switched that, too. Okay, they're switching around controls with this update. That's not really cool. The hell kind of train is this? First, I need to unlock one more innovation. Well, I suppose this is it, a speedometer. Which we kind of already have, because I know one of my trains slows down to 2 miles per hour on its journey in upstate New York. See? It must have been planned. I feel honored. I come on after Sardeliac. He's like the prime time, and I'm the late show. When the late show was cool, mind you. I don't think it is anymore. I don't think any of those are cool anymore. God, I miss Johnny Carson. At any rate. New train. Gotta have a train going from Washington to New York, right? And I think that means I would put it on track 4. Send it up along the coast. And we'll need a switch along those tracks. I suppose if we can't get a full train, it could stop here. Yeah, then move on to New York. And then we have to assign a locomotive. I guess we'll go for the slightly more powerful one anyways. Covered cab, that sounds like a good idea. I don't think I can hire any personnel, which is kind of a shame. Got the crowd warmed up for me. No. What the hell is this? Oh, connection bonus. 110,000. Apparently I would have to act fast. It ends in September. Well, I could do that. Because I have this line that's heading for the south. And in fact, I wonder if they even need me to run a train through there. just merely seeing the railroad will be enough for them. That way they can gather around it and be like, someday. Maybe just wait for the train. That'd be kind of sad. Because it ain't coming. Not unless it has to. Ah, shit. Come on. There we go. Well, this might be too much of a turn. I bet it will be. There we go. Bonus received. That's it. They just needed to see the tracks. Boy, they're really into tracks. No zombies tonight. Yeah, that's true. It's a big country. There could be ghouls. That could even be the name of a western. I mean, this game, by the way, could be post-apocalyptic. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just 1834. So it's just looking pretty underdeveloped. Now, our furthest point west is Pittsburgh thus far. We still don't have a train going there. I'd like to check on that train that's commuting between New York. It looks like it's sitting still. Might have had it pause. Well, I want to take a ride on it. Now that I think about it, I don't think I do need to build a switch there yet. I don't see any conflicts. Got one train going from Thompson Estate to Portland, another one coming from there's what is it, Archer Forest Isles, collecting wood, taking it to Washington. That's just because those were their needs. It was in high demand. It doesn't hurt to reiterate. I mean, your disposition could have changed there. Did Gary ask you how you were doing twice? Howard Preserve. So yeah, this is it. I'll ride with it into New York. Keep an eye out for zombies. They could be anywhere. They come from our left. See? Up there in the woods.
Although honestly, when I look into the woods, I like to imagine unicorns and sprites. All the wonders of nature. It's such a calming train ride, don't you think? That's what I love about trains. They're so quiet, smooth.
That'd be great to just, as long as I'm playing this game, just talking that voice. Somebody that's absolutely giddy over trains. Which is cool, don't get me wrong. Model trains are sweet. If you got room for it. Artie Cat, have a good evening. Enjoy your cat nap. I like what you did there, Theris. Very well played. Bridge blows the hell up. If only there was that kind of excitement. I don't even think they truly allow train wrecks. Which is a shame, because even Thomas the Tank Engine, yes, I've been watching Thomas the Tank Engine. The first few seasons of that, they destroyed them some model trains. For sure. I mean, they lit shit on fire. And it's somewhere it lost that edge. That's what I've noticed in my time with Thomas the Tank Engine. You know, feel free to comment on anything you've noticed about that series over the years. I think it's a viable segue, right? It's a train game. Alrighty, Gary, take it easy, man. Thanks for coming by to say hello. Okay, so that's also a commuter train, but this must be the wood train. Well, it's time to start building more tracks. I'll hook up the south with Charlotte. So I kind of want to find an ideal route with as few bridges as possible. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm going to avoid this river, so I'll go over it. Now, I've noticed if I were to just string it out like this, it, like, digs into the train a lot more. I mean, hell, it did it there, even though it was a small stretch. Plus, it helps you deal with the elevation, the incline. Yeah, we can go around this river. And I've since figured out what the Indians do in this game. Yes. Yes. Dude, have you seen the videos where it's basically George Carlin doing stand-up? Just most of it is. But it's mixed in with him doing the narration for Thomas the Tank Engine. And so it's funny as hell. Like, just the shit he says. I mean, because, you know, he was, he could be filthy with his humor. And you really couldn't tell the difference. You couldn't tell, I mean, maybe in some parts you could, but for the most part, you couldn't tell when it was him narrating the show and when it was a stand-up, unless you had heard that particular stand-up. Let's see. Got to build a station in Charlotte. Again, I'm not going to get too fancy with these southern... Yeah, I mean, now people are thinking I hate the South, but... There's just a few things that I want to try to keep slightly authentic, and that is, until after the Civil War, I don't really want to give the South too much. And, continue planning. There we go. And I don't really want to pass the Mississippi until it's 1850, I'm trying to remember. 1856 or something like that. And my goal is to be transcontinental. It'll be a new lifestyle. I'm gonna start figuring out how I can become transcontinental by 1863. No, 1869. Yeah. So I've got these little arbitrary goals set for myself. Wish me luck. So we'll build that route. We need a water tower. I think we need another one between the Moore Farm and Washington. So we'll just put it there. Oh, hey, Shell, how the hell are you? Good looking out, JPEG. Oh, they're hilarious. I mean, they're on. You should probably leave. I'm not asking you to leave, but yeah, if you can dig them up, they're worth a watch. They're only a few minutes long, but I think there might only be like 3 of them. So there they're commending us for more track laid. We got to Charlotte. I guess we could start thinking about running a line there. We also need to probably run a line from Washington. This is to say, actually create the train and send it on its way. We've already got the tracks laid. Washington to Pittsburgh and Washington to Charlotte. And maybe, just maybe, we can afford another train upgrade. And we can. We can afford the John Bull. Also an import from England. Yeah, that'll help. Helen, what's that? The North America. And the North America, which were also imported. That's kind of funny. But they went ahead and called them the North America. Heavily customized for the requirements of American tracks. This included... See, that's kind of crazy, because I know around the Great Lakes they had different gauges. Mainly because they wanted to be pricks about it. All right. What's a shell? That's, he's a man. He's a person. Okay, so, what did I say? Washington to Pittsburgh? So be it. It's gonna go along one of these rails. I think I'll have it take the first one, because we got freight on the second one. And we can still put off making switches. Don't get me wrong, I ain't scared of switches. Okay, so Washington on track 1 to Pittsburgh, also track 1. I'll run one from Washington to Charlotte, and I think they'll go ahead and stop at the Moore Farm. Yes, he has many names. Well, 2. Yeah, Shell, Maxwell von Dugan. Now we add the locomotive, and we'll try this new one. It's got mixed suitability, and so do its predecessors, so that means it's not specialized for either freight or passengers, but I guess that comes with time. Trains that specialize in one or the other. Well, it's definitely what we're taking. And we can give personnel to this. Oh. Do we have these things? We don't. But yeah, we'll hire Sadie Martin. In 1835, this is a tough prod. Welcome aboard. And a security guard. Butch Thomas. Fantastic. O&M. That's like Otto and Maddox. See what I did there? Railroad imports John Bull. Fantastic. Get a connection bonus for this place. How much was it? substantial, because I'm still losing money. In fact, okay, here's that train I just assigned, right? Yes. The John Bull is, it hits 24 mile per hour. Well, good. Interesting. Kind of the skeleton of the trains to come. Is that wood? Wow. Now that can't be a very safe train. You know what I mean? Because they're using wood there. I don't know if that wood surrounding... who knows? I'm not sure. Not an expert on the anatomy of these things, but... Is this Washington? Well, okay, that's kind of a speedy trip. So yeah, this train right here, it's breaking records. Judah, how the hell are you? Welcome aboard my train. See, I can blow the whistle. Okay, that's enough of that. So it's loaded up with passengers. That's good. That's good to see. Alright, we're gonna run another line. Boy, that connection bonus is tempting. They do like a sideline coming off. Go by there. Go by these, this ranch. Then link back up with the main line. I'm doing it. Yes, that's true. He's a great guy. Shell, I wish we could get the YouTube thing worked out, because they're talking very kindly of you in the chat. Got some real good old boy music playing in the background here. I mean, like 19th century. Taking it back for you. Oh shit, so what? I have to put this out here? And that's fine. Because I hadn't really built the tracks, I had just started planning them. So yeah, that's just as well. In fact, I'll take it back here, so it's a little smoother. And there we go, got our bonus. I can't imagine getting your ass handed to you in Dark Souls. No, that's, I think that's supposed to be par for the course in that game, right? So now that we've got that bonus in play, yes, I'm going to run it by this ranch. Hook the line up with cattle. This basically because before I want to hook up Washington and Charlotte, they make a great couple. I'd like to have freight running in this area. And I think my avoiding switches is over here. Gonna have to put one in. Well, damn. See, that would be great, but they're telling me I can't do it. Well, here's what we do. Shit, I guess I'll go all the way back here. There we go. Well, was it a week you'll never get back? Is it that kind of thing? Oh, actually, I'd like to... Yeah, that's a water tower up there, so if I run these tracks parallel under the water tower, they can both utilize it. Saving monies! But that's not enough. I need it to connect up here as well, do I not? If it'll let me. It should let me, right? It's not letting me. Guess we do some crazy bridge that I really would rather not do. Yeah, this is not going to work. Well, maybe if I try it from the opposite direction. I don't... What the hell was it wanting to do there? I don't want to avoid the ranch. But I'm starting to think that I'm going to have to. Yeah, it's just not going to let me do it. Yeah, screw it. I guess... This certainly isn't the most efficient way to do this, but I guess have it split off over here. And then I'm going to have to do another Y connection down here. If it'll let me. Probably too damn close to that ranch. This should at the least get me clear of the ranch. This is impossible. God, it was just green, right? There. Nothing. Fucking railroad sims. Jesus. Mod his channel as well. It's like it's nothing tar. That's horrible. They gonna let me do this? Holy shit. Yeah, I'll take it. Alright. That's all I wanted to do. Although I could do another Y here. I don't think I want to be honest. Screw it. Time to start running trains along those lines. We'll take a ride on them. Oh, you're taking us all to bed with you? That's so sweet of you. I'm gonna bring my flashlight and my action figures. Okay, maybe a teddy. So Charlotte, at some point we'll move beyond to Atlanta, but we're down under 800,000, and I'd like our coffers to be over 1 million, to be honest. But I keep spending. Okay, here comes the train. A rail line running from... Well, you know what? Let's see what Charlotte needs. Food. Just corn. They need that bad. So, I mean, like, this category, what? That's their stock in city. They have 0. They don't have any wood, either. Got a lot of beer, but a lot of these towns have beer. Their demand's low, but it doesn't matter when you don't have anything. So, okay. Need to get them wood and corn. Nothing else really matters for them. The wood is going to have to come from... Shit. They don't have any wood in the south? Fresh out of wood. That's not right. So it's seriously going to have to come from up here? Damn. Damn. Look at the way Japek's defending her. A lot of tissues. Yes, teddies are good. Teddies and nighties and blankies. Wait, foreign workers. Yeah, we'll take foreign workers. Okay. So yeah, we got to bring wood all the way down. From Archer Forest. Okay, so here's basically what I need to do. Is attempt to buy this place. Apparently this... Yes, and that's quite affordable. Shit, it just went way up in cost. Okay, we'll buy it before it goes any farther. Wow. Now, that was kind of a steal, because this is the only, whatever you'd call it, what is it, just like a woodsman outfit, or... Oh well, it's a lumbering camp anyways. So we bought it. I think, actually, we can upgrade it, right? Yeah. Only for 100,000, we're doing it. The train is going past here, so, damn. It's actually not good. So, there's one. I guess I don't really care what track it takes. It does have to stop and get corn as well. This train's going to be all over the place. This train's going to be a troublemaker. I can feel it. But nonetheless, I'm doing it. There, and then moving on to Charlotte. And this is going to be a mess. We're going to ride with this train, because I think what I'm going to come to find out is that it will have conflicts with other trains. Did I say that the wood is gonna come from shit? Okay, so that's it. We save and end. Assign a locomotive. I guess it's gonna be another John Bull, because that last one seems fairly reliable. And I think this is the train. Yep. Okay, I'll ride along with this bastard. That'd be a killer crafting day. You just poop. I mean, you don't need to go get animals at all. I mean, if you're building shit out of shit, you are your own best friend. Provided you're eating well. Jesus, this thing's going 3 miles per hour? I need to figure out what the hell's up with that. I mean, is it that much of an incline? There's no obstruction, so he's not slowing down for a reason like that. Oh well, I'm just riding with him. Poop equals 2x4. That's true. The frozen buns, I think it probably works better. You can freeze that shit. Or you just eat something really tar-like, the kind that creates stains that you can never quite wash off of your toilet. I mean, that's got mass to it. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe I shouldn't be sharing that stuff. You know what? It's past 1 o'clock. I mean to take my break, but rather than put up an image, I'll just keep this train running. I don't think anything negative is going to happen. Hopefully, I've got it set up to a point where, when time elapses, I make a little money. If not, that sucks, and I'll find out soon. Got 676,000. Yeah, it's climbing. Anyways, folks, I'll be right back. You've heard of shitting brakes, but this is ridiculous. Are you taking off, Judah? I'll be back in a minute, but if you gotta go, you gotta go. And thanks for coming by. And we're back. Let's see. Yeah, Jude, have a good night. I dub thee Night J. Thank you, Theers. Have we made it there yet? No. Wow, we haven't made it anywhere. Holy shit. This is gonna take forever. I guess I don't understand. Let's see, Jones fattening near Kansas City. Well, that's a little too far away for me to care about, so I reject that. He wants to sell his business. Yeah, when I made these tracks, what I would have intended was, so this train came along here, did he stay on the center track, cut right through New York, and south. Instead, what he did was he hung a left, started going east, and north, for that matter, and he's going to go all the way through Portland. And then through New York. Meanwhile, this train has a breakdown. I guess I need to start building warehouses. Shit, this is gonna cost money. Guinevere's boobs is a thing? Boy, I think they weigh more heavily than the mighty Gwyn. I don't know. Presumably the mighty Gwyn has boobs too, though. That's the thing, JPEG. Yeah, that's, I've definitely realized that about this particular playthrough. In laying all these tracks, I tried to save money by not digging, right? Like, so here, since it's clear that we did do some blasting here, or at least some digging, it cost us a little more money to build that little stretch right there. Costs a lot less money if, you know, I just cut through these mountains, or a lot more money if I cut through the mountains. So I did all these roundabout ways, and yeah, a lot of inclines. It's cheaper to just lay the track than to blast. And that was a mistake. Otto's hills are hard to get up. Indeed. So I'll try not to make that mistake out west or in the Midwest, but okay, those trains were certainly cooperating with each other. It's amazing because I haven't put down any signals at all and no switches. I'm going to get my ass confused about all of this, but I think it's time to start making switches. And probably near New York is a good place to start. Coming right outside of it. When you're doubling tracks, it's a lot easier to lay. Of course, as I say that, it starts to fumble, but oh, I see, there's a ranch. Well, that's cool. We'll just have it come back together right there. And build those tracks. Now we have to put signals. The signals are free, though. Maybe the government pays for them since they're a safety thing? I don't know. That signal will be there, and it will... Wait. I have to change it. It's screwed up. Change signal. There it is. Yeah. I don't want to buy the meat industry in Albuquerque. And I won't be out there until the 1860s. Try. We must adore the buffs. Okay, so I was working on that switch up here, right? Where the hell is it? New York. I only need another signal going the opposite direction. Construct a directional signal, right? Yeah. There we go. That's one switch done. And I'm starting to think, maybe that train's taking that route because this track stops in New York, which I didn't think would be a problem. Maybe it is, so... Let's see, what's it want me to do? Erase that information? There we go. Could have it run parallel, but... Yeah, I'll have it run parallel until about the bridge. And that works. As to whether or not it will really work, I don't know. I mean, shit, that train's still probably not past New York. That's not it. I bet this is it. Yep, still sitting there. So it was waiting for the train that was at Thompson Estate. More switches are in order, I think. Yeah, we'll build one here. That was just poetry from the heart. And of course it's been done before, right? That just blows. Everything's been done once before. Sometimes more times. Huh, since that train's on that track, I'll have this break off. This way. No, I do want it to be the left track. Since it's southbound. Have the merge again. Build route. All this safety shit is costing money. That ain't right. At least we save on the signals, but... This rail safety is for the birds. So there we go, another switch. Hopefully that speeds things up. I don't think I'm done. I think I need a third one. Honestly, I'm gonna have to build these things everywhere. But not all at once. Because I don't think we've got the money for it. Okay, there we go. Third switch built. So traffic through there should run pretty damn smooth. It's just everywhere else, it won't. What's all this crap they want me to know out here? Hire office personnel. Huh. Express goods should be transported between cities much faster, this one said up here. That's hard to do when you've only got one track. Unless you've got sufficient switches that it can blow by these other trains, it's still going to have to wait occasionally. Hey, Nacho, how the hell are you? So that particular line's actually nice already. It's double. So technically I could have... I'm not going to mess with it, because this particular turnoff doesn't connect with both tracks. Oh well. Let's see. I do want to get over 1 million before moving on, so I'll go ahead and speed up time. Got a breakdown, not much I can... Well, no, I can start buying warehouses, or workshops, or whatever. Maintenance buildings, there you go. Living the dream, Nacho. Just chugging along down the tracks. And how are you this fine evening? Oh, here comes another train. Let's whistle at it. We're just bringing wood to the capital. Real slow like. What is this, a breakdown? Yeah. Fuck, I hate to spend it already. I said I'd like to keep over 1 million. I haven't been over 1 million yet in this particular playthrough. So... I don't know, I feel like I've got to build a couple of these things. How do I do it? I think I grab hold of the train station, and then yes, construct maintenance building. So there it is. Little maintenance building. But I think I've got to build one in New York, too. Honestly, every station should have one. But at 80 grand a pop, it's just kind of pricey thinking along those lines. Yeah, so I get that info. They're telling me about maintenance buildings. It's like they saw me do it, and they're like, oh yeah, I should mention, maintenance buildings are a good thing to do. Well, shit, we'll build another. Not in the south, though. No, I'll get down there eventually. I think right now, New York, Washington, and Pittsburgh, that'll have to do. Now, of course, there are other options for making money. Company. Well, our value is over 1 million. It's almost 1.5. were those? Interesting. So when there's competitors, but I haven't, I decided to forego competitors because I'm still trying to figure this game out. I don't want the AI working to sabotage my lines. I can hardly keep track of them. Whores. Yes, we should deal in whores. There's a stock market you can invest in. They've only got the four, industrial goods, consumer goods, raw materials, and food. But I could purchase shares of them if I wanted. I don't think I want to. Not yet, anyhow. Or I could issue a bond, take out a loan. But it hasn't come to that yet. And, but yeah, when you've got competitors, you can actually buy stock in their company. If you get, 100% stock, you can basically merge with their company. So I think I do want this money, if it only means connecting Charlotte to that place. Sometimes these bridges look goofy. That one doesn't look goofy. It looks kind of rickety. I guess the end there looks odd. It almost looks like there's a barricade. Maybe they're trying to start the Civil War early. Barricading the tracks. Thought Jabin called him Slim Nacho. It's a cool nickname, though. I could see the SimCity vibe a little bit. Like, for instance, take Pittsburgh. If I click on it, it's not big enough yet, but you can purchase industries for it. You could build landmarks, so you do stuff to try to, move along these cities that are more beneficial to you, anyways. It was weird that it has a city sim, considering your focus is supposed to be the railroad, but I guess it's just kind of indicative of how much clout the railroad companies had. They could certainly make or break a city, right? I think everybody knows that, but... Okay, we're recouping some of our money. I wish it would come faster, but we'll speed up time. They want us to connect with Toledo. I want to connect with Toledo. But at the same time... Oh, hell. Maybe I'll do it. I almost feel like I've got to put a train on those tracks. I've got to justify it, other than the damn near 150,000. Okay, I'm doing it. Anyways, I kind of generate revenue from it, We'll make it a little bit scenic. Put them right along the Great Lakes. I don't really want a bridge, no. Well, they're gonna give me one anyways. See, that's more money than I would have spent just for them to see the water. Okay, so I gotta figure out how to position this. The train station in Toledo. And I'm thinking, boy, there's a lot of resources up there. There's Indians up there too. They kind of stand in the way of Toledo being connected to Chicago, but we'll worry about that when it comes up. Yeah, I'll put the station here. Yeah, we'll crush this housing. Well, see, I'm only connecting with Toledo because apparently Columbus, Cincinnati, and Cleveland didn't make the map. I don't know how to explain that. I know the history of my state. By 1840, all three of those cities existed. But somehow Toledo takes it? Give me a break. And where's Detroit? What's up with that? Damn, I don't remember if this was coming out of the... Okay, so it was coming out of the northernmost track. I'll get up with that then. Yep, done. Okay, didn't make much off of that. In fact, we've got to spend more. I realize I might as well be doing these switches and water stations as I build the tracks. That way I don't forget. It won't necessarily take a stopped train to tell me. And the switch. Oh shit, it doesn't need one. We'll just put a dual track. Maybe. Yeah. Good deal. Cleveland doesn't make a lot of lists, let me tell you. Fair enough. Fair enough. Once LeBron's gone, I think it's over. Let's see, I guess a new train then. Seeing as Toledo is linked up. And of course their export is alcohol. What is up with these small villages? All they make is alcohol. Well, gotta have their brewery. Well, in that sense, I guess Toledo hasn't changed. Let's see, utilize the southernmost track, get them to Pittsburgh, and at that point they can transfer. For all I care, I just want what little revenue they have to offer. Out there in Toledo. Guess another John Bull, but I should really look into unlocking a new locomotive. For a second, I thought that train was just going that fast. I forgot I have time sped up. Easy to make and everyone wants it. Win-win. That's true. It's bad on trade, though. You know what I mean? Okay, so we've done their bidding. We've connected with Toledo. I think at this time, a couple more switches are in order. For instance, what's happening here? This train is waiting for a clear route. Well, perfect indication that you need to switch. So we'll give it to him. Let's see. Damn, we're widening the tunnel for this shit. No, we're not. What am I doing? It's just a switch. I tend to make these really long ones, though. So there's one signal. Here's another. Will that get that train moving? Shit, that train is southbound. God damn. That's kind of ridiculous. I built the switch on the wrong end. Or no, the shit, it just turned around. For the life of me, I do not understand what's going on there. Will we buy a new train for $75,000? Yes. Now, typically that would be an auction. My competitors would be voting against me, but it's not going to happen. Welcome back, JPEG. You missed all the excitement, and now we're just back to trains going 1 mile per hour. All because I was too cheap to blast through that hill. See what happens? Do you see it? Okay, well, let's see. What's the problem with this train? Oh, it's in danger because a faster locomotive is available, but not really. That only applies with competitors. They're really driving home the point that I should have played with competitors. Don't worry, Slim. Okay, what is he waiting for now? Oh, it's a breakdown. Fair enough. But if they're saying that's in danger, again, it's time to look at where we are. Research-wise, oh shit, yeah, we have a lot of points to spend. Let's see, a cow catcher. What does it take to unlock this? Nothing, I can unlock it now, yeah? Or is that the one I just bought through auction? No, I guess it's not. Those are mixed use as well. Everything's mixed use. Until we get up to the G&M American. And the reindeer. Boy, I want the reindeer. Because that's just a classic looking locomotive. Okay, for now we'll get the cowcatchers. And covered freight cars. Probably good idea. Does that mean we can get this now? We can. Hell yeah. Just bought my way to train diversity. So one more time, it's the American is freight and the reindeer is express. Cool. Huh. That's an interesting question, Grayson. One engineering thing that most people never think about when wanting a tunnel through a hill or mountain. Something pushed that landmass up above the surrounding land. That something still pushing. Huh. Casper? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Casper in, like, Wyoming or something? Because if so, I'm not really interested in what the mayor of Casper has to say. Just too far west. Anything west of the Mississippi is just not even worth any attention. So no, I'm just going to assume it's not in the east. And it's not. So that's good. Okay, so we've got these new trains. Methinks it's time to use them. Yes, indeed. So I don't know. I'll put. Let's see. If the hill or mountain is still growing, you'll have to continually carve down the tunnel floor. Through the years, or your tracks will become unstable and eventually impassable. That makes sense if something's still pushing. See, okay, this is not as I intended. I've got two eastbound trains on different tracks. But you know what I mean. I wanted those to be like 2 lanes, opposite traffic. But I could keep that as a wide artery and add switches to both sides. It's not going to do anything about a situation like this, but at the same time, it might be cool. Especially if this ends up being our main line to the Pacific, and it kind of looks like that's the way. Yeah, that's the way it was intended. That's the way it's panning out. And I'm almost remiss not to include New York in the mix. It's honestly not that big a city in this game, but still. You know, you just kind of feel like New York ought to be on that commuter train, on that line. But fuck it, I don't think it's going to be. I think because we're just going to use this double track area, so. Sorry, New York. I'm giving Washington even more power. Or wait, no, we're We're doing a new train. Let's see, we start in Washington. We'll put it on track 1. Because, yeah, it won't matter. I'm going to build switches for both of these tracks. As superfluous as that may seem. All the way out to Toledo. And this is going to be an express train specializing in passengers. So to that end, we'll be utilizing a reindeer, which is about to break the speed record, I would imagine. Yep, suitability express. As for rail cars, can you have a mail car? No, we haven't unlocked it. We haven't unlocked that. We haven't unlocked a dining car, so all that's for naught. We will hire an engineer. And a security guard, of course. And already this train is waiting for the track to be cleared. He's waiting for the train going from Washington to Pittsburgh. That'd be this train right here. Time for a switch. Damn, I'll tell you, Washington, D.C. is going to have quite the Grand Central Station feel to it. Need to build some signals. That's a good question. How is the expression Holy Toledo born? New Netherlands. Thought it was New Amsterdam, but I'll take it. If this was a game show, you'd still win. Okay, let's see if that clears it up for these trains. Indeed it does. But I'm not done. I'm going to extend that switch. I don't like it just covering that last part. So, now that they're gone, let's see. Just want to remove this last section here. Yes, this section. And I want to continue to build this switch. Preferably past a water tower, in fact. Oh, come on. It can't handle that turn? I guess it's going to get too tight on the inside. Well, so be it. There's the water tower. Either that or I just do something like this where I have it, you know. In fact, that's what we're doing. God, I'm glad I didn't build any tunnels. The inclines are still going to be a bitch, and they are. I'm looking at like 21% inclines there. This is a bit much. There's no longer a switch, this is just a dual line, so I'm going to end it before that curve. Maybe even earlier. There it is, there it is. Okay, the signal's already in. But they're way back here. But that's alright. Put another one here, just to be thorough. There we go. I was about to quote, "They might be giants," also. Otto. Yes. Just like old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they change it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. Excellent band, by the way. I know you already know that, though. God, I almost think that these people are on cahoots with each other. Just how it incrementally goes along. Like, okay, now we're glad you brought the railroad to Toledo. Could you move on to that ranch up there? Which I don't know. It's a consideration, but I'm more worried about these switches right now. Shit, might as well let that train go. There we go. I just don't want it to get in the way of what I'm trying to do here. Oh, and it will. It's hard to stop a train. And switches. Signals, rather. Shit, did I just put one down? Yeah, I did. Remove that signal, yeah. So there's the one. There's the other. Is that our reindeer? Well, we're going to have to take a ride on that puppy. On its return trip. So sure enough, the reindeer did break the record. Went faster than it was slated to at 38. Oh. The holy city of Toledo. Brits called it York. The colonials called it New Netherlands. And sometime after the Civil War, the city was officially named New York. It had to be during, because... Yeah, it had to be during the Civil War, because the New York riots, they did refer to New York at that time. Now, they might, other people, you know, I'm just saying officially, the newspapers and the politicians and whatnot. But the average Joe might have still called it whatever they called it decades prior. That's the only thing I'm basing that off of is, for some reason, the New York draft riots came to mind. That would have been 63, maybe? Okay. Now we will board this train for its return trip. Bitches get switches. It's hard to argue with that. I mean, I'm not condoning it. Never mind. So this is it. Not carrying many passengers out of Toledo. I guess that's not a surprise. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 passenger cars. And a mail car, I believe. So yeah, I'm gonna ride this badass train. And Unless it's stopping here because of a conflict. Hold on. Yeah, waiting for Washington to Pittsburgh. Oh, which is pulling out. So we should be moving soon, right? I mean, I'm guessing this is, yeah, Washington, Pittsburgh. That's the train he's waiting on. Well, that's going to require a closer look, because I definitely don't want my express trains to be held up by freight. I mean, we're moving again. And she's doing alright. 33. Okay, slowing down quite a bit. Probably waiting for that frick to move again. Okay, this isn't good. Something needs to be done with that train. Unless, of course, it's something I can do with the signals. I don't know. Boy, that train's actually carrying a lot of passengers, too. In fact, I wonder... Managed train. I'd like to change the engine. There, a new locomotive. So if it's carrying people, then I'll make it the reindeer. That just sped it the hell up. So that'll help with the congestion a little bit. At least the two trains will match speed. Don't wait for the pull-out. Never works. Got to. They make you do it in this. Okay, I did want back aboard that train. Because I'm about to take a break. Better yet, yeah. Forget riding the train this time. I'll leave you with something better. This music, man, makes me want to be like... I don't know. I'll leave you with something better. Folks, I'll be back after these brief messages. Enjoy this sweet little ditty. Hey, look. More Indians. Oh, those are the ones I saw earlier. Yeah, damn. Had the camera upside down. Anyways, folks, I will be right back. Let's see, let's see. I am back. That train I wanted to ride? No. No, it's most certainly not. That's that old Woody. Carrying passengers. Well, I guess I haven't been stipulating, so that's my bad. Thank you, Jacob. What did I miss? Hop back on the train and find out. Sweet little ditty, and the boots are nice too. Yeah, that's true. Good view, though. Reserved comment. That looks way too young for me to be perving on. Shit, hold on. Well, it's hard to say, but okay. Now that I look at it, I'm grateful that it doesn't look too young. I don't want to be complicit in anything like that. But yeah, certainly not a varicose vein to be seen. What do we got here? Breakdown, or are they waiting? Waiting for a clear route. Not enough switches, I guess. And it's not even specifying. Not like he's waiting for a specific train. Oh no. Okay, that's just saying money's down. Well, I guess I'm building a switch here. Photo shoot. I'm lost. I didn't know you picked up modeling as a side gig. So yes, I had these on a switch, but I stopped it right there. Because I argued it was too expensive to... Well, we're going to make that a longer switch. We're going to go the expensive route, I guess. In the hopes that that clears it up, but... God only knows. Once this train passes, I'll connect the two switches. There we go. I guess it doesn't hurt to put signals in. Well, I'm going to have to for one of them. Shit, I didn't build it. Planned it out, but didn't build it. There we go. Okay, well, we still got over 1 million, so that's good. As those switches, put those in. Did that do anything for your train? Well, yeah, he's willing to scoot up now. I suppose he's going to move up to the next signal. All I did was buy him a few miles, right? He's going to stop right there. That's my guess. Indeed he is. This is the guy trying to get to Charlotte. Boy, he's got quite a trip ahead of him. Same here, Nacho. I'm getting the same vibe. Can't these, the enemy of the builder, money, can't these people see I'm changing the world? You should be thanking me, not reaching for every coin you can squeeze out of me. The nerve. So true. It's hard being a tycoon. A philanthropist to be. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. Here we go. Now I'll just connect those tracks. Smooth. Let's see if I don't think I need to switch. And I don't. I don't know, it's a better switch. But honestly, I wish I knew where this train went. The company has received a blackmail letter. If you do not immediately pay $64,000, one of your wood companies will be sabotaged. We don't really have an enforcement arm. You know, my first reaction is, no, you don't pay blackmailers. You take them out. But, I don't think I have that option. I only have one wood company. We'll pay. Oh, let's see. Well, still sitting there. Okay, so he hasn't moved on. And I wonder what his next stop is. I mean, no, he's heading directly for Charlotte. That poses all kinds of problems. I mean, I wonder if another switch here. It'd be a small one, but will he move up to it? I guess right now what I'm doing is experimenting. And slowly realizing that these switches will allow trains to inch ever so much closer to their ultimate destination. Come on, let this hook up. They want to hook up, let them. There you go. This is a really small switch, but as long as it's not too small, we don't need a Casey Jones situation on our hands. That would be bad. It almost seems like I could have that switch a lot closer. Or maybe I can't, no? Yeah, I hope that's long enough. Does that allow this train to move? And it does. So that equation rings true. And move up to the nearest signal that's unobstructed. It's not cities. Oh shit, Japik, that's probably some problem-solving stuff that you just mentioned. So the best example of that would certainly be Washington. Here it is. Yeah, that's a lot of tracks coming in. And it does make me wonder, can they jump tracks, or do they have to do that because you've set up little switches? God, I don't even know how I'd find that out. Unless, just for experiment's sake, I ran a train from... No, that wouldn't work. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because I get what you're saying. And I think the game would let me do that. Say if I wanted to... No, won't it? It's probably a bad place to try. Let's try somewhere rather straightforward like this. Just hypothetically, you wanted to... Oh, clear the planning. Okay, now. Yep, they let you. That's interesting. Now, I don't know what practical application it would have in this particular spot. But it does actually afford them the capability to get on that northern line. Make that turn that's up ahead. That may not make sense without me showing it, but... Essentially, I just need another one, right? Yeah, that'll work. So, what I mean anyways is, this turn, if you're on the southernmost tracks, you can't even use it. Can I make an X? That's a good question. Let me, I think I should do the same thing on the other side of this split. So again, give them that opportunity to jump on that northernmost track. I'll try that here. Okay, so one crossing the opposite direction. Huh. No, I'm thinking not. Nope, I guess not. Hell. Move track point. I guess I'll try it here. I gotta go back and see which one I need. Okay. Come on. Try it here. No, I can't. It has to be... No, that's right. So yeah, that works. I just wonder if they'll utilize it at all. I guess these ones won't need to. Washington to Pittsburgh. Well, I gotta say that this particular locomotive is handling these inclines just fine. I guess I just had to wait for the right technology. I still kind of regret not blasting through some of the stuff that I could have blasted through. No. No, I see. I just read that comment, David, about two-way street. Does someone need the opportunity to go to the other lane to bypass someone? Actually, I should have said no, because it sounds like a good point, like a carpool lane for the express trains. Yeah, I kind of wonder how, honestly, because I'm no expert on trains, but I would, for some reason, I have a belief that switches weren't very big, and so that it would be kind of normal for trains to wait there a few switches back. But in modern times, I don't know how that works. Because certainly, like, okay, I'm driving along the freeway or whatever. When I look off to the side of the road and see the railroad tracks, it's usually one track. So certainly they're using switches in Ohio somewhere, but okay. So I think we've got a good thing happening right now. We are making a profit. Could be more to it, and maybe hooking up to Atlanta is the answer. Or we can branch out from Toledo and link up with Chicago. I'm thinking Atlanta, though. Just to get this eastern starboard all, I don't know, railed out before we start heading west. Much as it kind of was. Oh, that's cool. Used to work for UP, Union Pacific, right? Yeah, I'd be curious, not knowing much about switches. As you can see, I'm trying to run them as long as possible in some cases. Just to keep everything moving smoothly, but as it stands, I think I have a fragile network. Like, things are, I don't know, this train's sitting here. And it's always this train, going from Archer Forest Isles to Charlotte. It desperately makes me want to figure out if there's wood that I can bring in from somewhere else, even if it's farther south. Like out here by Nashville. Something tells me, yeah, connecting Nashville to Charlotte is going to be expensive. I mean, it's not going to be the kind of expensive as we'd see in the Rocky Mountains when we get there, but that's not going to be cheap. But I mentioned Nashville just because it's so close to this logging camp. That way, Charlotte can be getting wood from Nashville instead, and you don't have that clusterfuck up there. Okay, here goes. Suppose we'll build the station in Nashville first. Is that the only Tennessee town? Well, Memphis? Is Memphis, Tennessee? I don't think it is. Let's see. We want to go straight through the mountains. I don't want to be doing any stupid shit in the mountains. Maybe hook it directly up with Atlanta? Thereby bringing 2 additional cities in, Atlanta and Nashville. I mean, shit, just for tourism or whatever, relocation, that'll be a moneymaker. Atlanta has meat export. I don't think anybody really needs that, and more beer from Nashville. There's a Memphis in Tennessee, so yeah, that must be Memphis, Tennessee. Got Nolans down there. Down around them pods. Atlanta and Jacksonville. Does anybody want to go to Jacksonville? Okay. Now that I'm looking at this north to south, that almost doesn't matter. Let me just go ahead and connect it. Build a decent sized station here with 2 available rails. I like it to be lined up, but you know, with their grid. But often it doesn't matter. So screw it. Oh, that works. Close enough, anyways. Alright, the road gets a little wide where I place that, but alright, so straight through. Well, I almost feel like I should build a station at that quarry. Don't know if anybody needs stuff from the quarry yet, but if it's right in our path, might as well link up to it. At least that's what I say. Okay, so yeah, I guess that works, really, don't it? Anxious to take a train through there, just it's a lot of tunnel. We'll make it double wide. Oh shit, I put a single, oh well, we still will. I don't know, maybe I'll come back and do something different with it at some point, but provided we've got the money, which we do, this will suffice. It could really allow me to test whether or not they can switch tracks. You know, I think this would be a... yeah. And here's how we'd do it, I guess. No, it's not how we'd do it. Yeah, there we go. You know, this forces them into that station using that lane. Hell, put that the wrong way. Hold on. There we go. So yeah, this way I'll be able to find out if those trains can jump tracks at the station. So I think I see what you're saying. Yes, yes. Oh, right. If I'm using directionals, they're not gonna switch tracks because they'll be heading into oncoming. So I could kill those and allow them to switch. Though this does seem like it would keep moving. My big question is, when they get to the station, will it be able to jump down onto this other track to come back, or will it say that he's stuck? Then I feel kind of stupid not hooking up with Atlanta. Okay. I am going to build a station at Atlanta. Probably a big one would suffice. It's not ideal because I have to have those tracks really curve south and east a bit. Oh. Atlanta saying no. They want to see us hook Nashville up first. That's bizarre. One track with no other trains can go back and forth all day without directionals. Yes, yeah, that's true. I see what you're saying. Well, I'll put multiple trains on it just to see. Damn, there's mountains here that I did not notice. I think there's another one there. Damn close to needing a tunnel, that is. Maybe we ride the river. Save a few bucks on this. There we go. Nashville is officially on the grid, but I would have liked to have hooked up Atlanta, but I guess it's going to be a divergent course or whatever. That's too bad. But now, let's run these trains to Nashville, see what the hell happens here. First, I guess it would be wise to figure out if they have any needs. They need corn, desperately. Looking good on everything else. You know, their stock is exceeding their demand, but yeah, 0 corn is not good. The Jervis. No, I'll just get it the old-fashioned way. Okay, so we want to bring in corn, but I'm not seeing any. Oh, down here. That's certainly a lot closer than, but it just feels dumb bringing in corn from the northeast. Don't see much on this side. So that's the corn right there. So be it. This will take us right through Atlanta as well. I guess I should plan ahead for Jacksonville by doing something like that, maybe? Hell, this is going to be an end of the line kind of thing. Oh shit, should have been heading off that direction. Okay, so that's hooked up to Atlanta. Now get Atlanta hooked up to the line that will get it to Nashville. Boy, this is interesting. Guess we're building bridges. Damn, screw all that. I'm almost thinking I gotta go up here and try to hook it up there, but God, this is gonna be an expensive juncture, considering what I'm thinking I'm gonna be doing here. A junction, I should say. Because I'm gonna need 2 bridges, right? That's, it's fine, but it's not exactly what I wanted. Alright, so that hooks up Atlanta and this Parker Manor. Now, we run our trains. In the meantime, though, or before we do, hell's that? Position stop signals. Show movie. A stretch of track can only ever be traveled on by one train. Stop signals divide tracks into 7 sections that multiple trains rather can use the same tracks. See, yeah, I kind of figured that out, game. Took me a second, but I get it now. They'll move on to the next signal, the closest signal that's not clogged. Or farthest, I should say. So let's see. Alrighty, Javid. Have a good evening, and good night to you. Hope to talk to you soon. So, Grayson, you're playing Fallout 4 now. Getting the player will have to decide which faction you side with at endgame, either be Brotherhood or Institute. Did Minutemen last run, and I'm not siding with the Railroad. They're well-intentioned, but they're children playing with nukes. Side with the Brotherhood, and Boston gets a giant radioactive hole in the middle of it. Side with the Institute, and Prime is destroyed, and most of my companions get itchy. Well, at least you are weighing out the all the options there. I don't blame you with the railroad either. I think you're absolutely right. But I don't know. That's just such a distinctly different faction of why. I don't know. I guess it depends on your character. I'm always a sucker for the roleplay aspect, so I guess my character the kind that would see the Institute and be like, "Holy shit, we're all wrong. These people are right." Just for clean furniture. Hot showers on yards. There's some brown water. I wonder what river that's supposed to be. Oh, yeah, Allison, Nathan, and Carlisle, yeah. I am going to take them to endgame, at least one of them, you know. Uh, Allison, I've been toying with the idea of going to Nuka World, but I just have to justify it in roleplay, like, at some point, what would make her leave home plate? They're quite comfortable there. But so I was kind of thinking with Nathan, he would probably follow the Minutemen to endgame. And then Carlisle, he's kind of, I'm ultimately thinking Far Harbor with him. Of course, he would go there and just do dastardly things, which would be reminiscent of my last playthrough was with the Brotherhood. Of course, they go up there. They don't like anybody of the three groups. If not for the sole survivor, the Institute would win control of the Commonwealth. The other facts. Yeah, I agree. The capability to manufacture soldiers is not to be underestimated. Okay, so back to the intention to run a train from Nashville. Gotta make sure these tracks work. That's our only switch. So we're bringing corn to Nashville from Parker Manor. So it starts at Parker Manor, ends up in Nashville. Does it matter which track? Oh yeah, it does, kinda. Because he's coming in on track number 1. Will he be outbound on track number 2? Because the way I have it set up, he kind of has to. Oh, what's interesting is they're not even giving me the option. Got Parker Manor, but I cannot choose Nashville. That's probably because my track setup. So, I was wrong. They can't jump tracks. Well then. Well, I gotta destroy those signals, I guess. Where were they? Well, there's one. There is the other. Move that. Now, will let me hook up with, oh shit, what was that place? That was Parker Manor, I think. No, I don't want Edison Ranch. Okay, so back to the rail line from Parker Manor. Now, yes, it will let me choose Nashville. Excellent. I do kind of wonder if Atlanta needs corn. I should have probably checked that out first, but oh well. This guy is going to specialize in freight. Imagine what the Institute could do by putting the Corsairs into XO1 power armor. Yeah, even the Brotherhood couldn't stand against that. Yeah, that's the truth. I think it solely rests upon their capability to manufacture. I would think that is just so above and beyond anything else in the Commonwealth, in terms of making their own weapons, their own people, their own power armor, if they want to, I'm sure. That's nightmare fuel. Yes, indeed. Hopefully this train will handle these inclines okay. I think he's actually the first one along this path. Okay, this is slowing him down substantially. 8 miles per hour, 7. Kind of levels out up here, it appears. 7's alright, though. Considering we're in the Smoky Mountains, I think. I wonder if there's dinosaurs out there. Or zombies. Wow, we're down to 5 miles per hour. Just gotta get to the highest peak, and we should really pick up speed. Alrighty, Draco. Well, thanks for coming by. Much appreciated. And do rest well. Hope to talk to you soon, man. That's right, Theorist. There could be dino zombies. Dino zombies. Why didn't that occur to me? It's kind of the obvious thing that would flourish in this environment. Yeah, that's true. Rolling backwards, that would be bad. So what's he do? He goes over to the right, even though he could have stayed on either track. Well, actually, no. Come to think of it, I think I assigned him to get on this track back when it was a one-way. So yeah. He will be able to spin around, but he'll still be on this track. I think that's the case, anyhow. There we are. We survived the Smoky Mountains. We are here in Nashville. A lot of passengers. Good deal. Well, it just kind of sucks for them that this is a freight train. That's just it. It did make it. And now it's time to add an express train to the mix. Which might require a little switch management afterwards, but I'm just trying to think where this express train will go. As it stands, we have one that goes from Washington to Pittsburgh to Toledo and back, of course. And passengers are traveling between New York and Washington, but they're using those mixed engines. So there is no real express service to New York. What is this guy waiting on? For a clear route. God damn. And this is that wood bound for Charlotte. But the whole point of hooking up with Nashville was to get to the wood that's nearby to supply Charlotte instead. So forget the passenger line. We gotta do that. I've got to read it out loud. Welcome to Nashville, Shit Kicker Central. Watch your step getting off the train, for numerous reasons. I'm gonna have to take your word on it. I don't doubt you, either. Incidentally. I don't doubt it. Let's see, are we putting this in a mountain? Nope, good. Oh shit, it's just dawned on me. I'm gonna need water towers and other things. Perhaps some maintenance sheds. Otherwise, these brand new trains aren't going to be in good condition for long. Does that work? That works. Okay, we've got wood coming out of Anderson Logging. You know what? I'm going to buy it. Purchase Anderson Logging. 50, I mean, that's the cheapest you can get these things, so that's a good deal. We're going to upgrade it. So, yeah, I'm trying to corner the wood, get a monopoly on wood. So, I don't know. Maybe I should buy stock in raw materials. Actually, I might do that. That's what it would fall under, right? Raw materials, I would think. Oh, wait, no. Maybe it's an industrial good. Does this tell me? No, it really doesn't. Well, I guess that's just shit I need to look up before making investments. Yeah. Just not gonna roll the dice. Okay, so we gotta get that wood out to Charlotte. That way I can cancel the other train. It's doing the same thing. Huh. This would be interesting. I don't know. I think this is going to get clogged up pretty quick. Logging is going to pass up Nashville because they don't need it. Obviously, their proximity to that logging camp says it all. They'll take that wood to Charlotte, and that's it, I think. Save and end. Add locomotive. I guess we'll spend the money. Go with this. So that should really help out Charlotte. Yeah, the supply towers. Got it, game. Spending money hand over fist here, though. I like to put these things near the water. I don't know. Honestly, they should have little jerkwater towns pop up around it, but they don't. I wonder if that's a breakdown. Probably. And these supply towers will assist in preventing that, because they give the train lubrication and all that sexy stuff. We'll build another one here. They need one, yep, between Charlotte and that junction. And let's find out what's wrong with this train. Just a random breakdown, alright. So, is this train heading out, or are they waiting? Because something tells me that they're going to have to wait for that other one coming into Nashville, so why not build a switch? Even a switch with a bridge. Shit. What little money I do have, I'm spending. Oh, damn. Double tracks. God, this train should be moving. Or is it just waiting to fill up? I don't understand. And this one's moving. It's just climbing that hill that damn near kills trains. Oh, he's stopping. I was wondering. I should have seen the damn red signal right there. Why is he stopping? Is this a standoff with this train? See, it's not telling me, but I guess the only solution is to put in signals. And not directional signals, just stop signals. Doesn't this have to be... Okay, I'm removing the signal just because I'm not completely sure. Multi-signal mode. There we go. What is that? I don't even know what a multi-signal is. tell you what, we're about to find out. I just don't like the directional aspect, but it doesn't look like it's telling the track to... I don't know. We'll see. Does that help? Can you move now? Nope. Now this train's coming on. That's good. Bringing all that precious corn to Nashville. Corn and porn. That's what they're interested in. And we're good for the corn. So what is this train's hurry? Oh, wait, there it is. Waiting for Parker Manor, Nashville. So it was waiting for that train the entire time. That's not good. Considering I even built signals here to try to, I don't know, get around that. I don't want something in Tucson. Well, this most frustrating development aligns itself with my end of stream time, my arbitrary time that I conclude, and then I go to bed. So anyways, folks, I appreciate you being here. Let's see, Dear says, alright, Otto, I'm off as well. Good luck with your track issues. Thank you. Hopefully talk soon. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. And do have a pleasant evening. Thanks for joining me for this frustrating look at Railway Empire. I'll figure it out eventually. I hope I do, anyways. But yeah, I don't know if this will be the next game that I play. Like I said, I'm going to bounce around between, well, of course, you do have Fallout 4. And I am tempted to stream that again here very soon. Then, of course, I started a campaign on State of Decay yesterday, so tomorrow might be more of that. But I do intend to revisit Railway Empire, and I won't do too much in between streams with this game, but I do think I'll try to figure out that particular track issue, you know, when I'm not live. But I want to go ahead and thank everybody that's been here tonight. Grayson, thanks for being here. Have a great evening. I always appreciate you taking the time. And of course, there's 6. Good to talk to you as always. And everyone else that was here, Draco Invictus. There was Japico Death. Earlier on, we were joined by, let's see, Sushi Cat and Gary. Nacho was here. Well, let me scroll all the way up. Oh, Judah was here. And those are just the people that spoke. Folks, I appreciate everyone taking the time. As usual, stay tuned. We'll have more. And I think I'll be streaming tomorrow night, probably again around midnight. Before, if I can, most likely after. That's Eastern Standard Time, of course. But yeah, I need to call it a night. I need to turn in. Sleep well, everyone. I always appreciate you watching. This is Automatic signing off. If you like this, and if you are subscribed, I will talk to you soon, friends. Have a good night.